Think you need a giant suitcase for an all-inclusive vacation? Think again. We've been to over 20 all-inclusive resorts, and whether it's a long weekend or full week, I have never checked a bag. In this video, I'm showing you everything I'm packing for a 3-night stay at the Secrets Tides all-inclusive resort, all in just a carry-on. I've got it down to a minimalist science, and I'll show you how to do the same. Let's get into it. Before I show you exactly what I'm packing, here are a few tips to keep you focused and packing minimally. Number 1, check your resort's dress code. I highly recommend you hop on your resort's website and go to their dining section. A lot of resorts will actually list out a specific dress code per restaurant in this part of their website. This is especially important for men, so I'll link a video down below to help with men's packing. Now, if there's no info online, try joining a fan group for the resort on Facebook and using that search bar. You'll probably find a lot of people discussing dress code. Also consider the price point of the resort you're visiting. $300 a night all-inclusive will probably be a lot more casual than an $800 a night one. Number 2, pick a color scheme. I like to set a color scheme for each one of my trips, and I usually base it on the destination and resort vibe. It makes mixing and matching easier and helps avoid overpacking or just tossing in random items at the last minute. For Secrets Tides, I'm going with a navy and green theme. Number 3, plan by outfit count. Since we're staying 3 nights, here's what I'm gonna need. 1 travel outfit. This will be the outfit you wear to the airport, on the plane, and to your resort, and I wear the same one on the way back. Now, I find when we're traveling in the Caribbean, the travel day just isn't long enough to get that outfit too gross, but if you need clean clothes for the way home, most resorts offer a paid laundry service. Next, I'll need 2 to 3 casual outfits for breakfast and lunch. Think athletic rompers or casual dresses. Breakfast is usually very relaxed at an all-inclusive, and I like to be able to repurpose these outfits to go on beach walks or if you're someone that likes to go to the gym. We'll need 3 dinner outfits. Again, how dressy really depends on the resort you're going to. 2 swimsuits. I highly recommend always bringing a minimum of 2 so you never have to wear a wet bikini, as well as 1 to 2 cover-ups for those bikinis. And before we jump into the actual items I'm packing, my lovely assistants Forrest and Gutter would like to remind you to hit that subscribe button for more travel tips, packing guides, and all-inclusive resort stays. It makes these guys happy and make sure you don't miss any of our upcoming travels. Before we dive into outfit, shoes, toiletries, and more, let's talk luggage. I use this 20-inch carry-on suitcase from Away. These are pricey, but they're super durable, and I've taken this all around the world. And for my personal item, I have this photography backpack from Brevity. So even though this is designed for camera gear, I love it because of this open pocket. And I'll make sure to show you exactly how I pack my stuff in this pocket later. Plus, it's super helpful if you can get a carry-on that has one of these straps that fit right over your luggage handle. Much easier to deal with at the airport. Now, my backpack goes under the seat in front of me, so you want to make sure it's a smaller backpack. And then my suitcase will go in the overhead compartment. And to stay organized, I use the following: cosmetics bag for personal care items, a reusable quart-sized bag for my carry-on liquids, a small pouch for my electronics, a set of packing cubes. Now, I never check bags, whether that's going to the Caribbean or on a 40+ hour journey across the world. Not only to avoid lost luggage, but to also save time at the airport and to save money as well. All right, let's get into the specific clothing that I pack. First up, you need your travel outfit. Now, I do not like to wear leggings or sweatpants when I travel because first of all, I don't like pants. Second of all, it is just too hot when you arrive. I also recommend wearing something to travel in that could do double duty on your trip. So I actually like to wear a maxi dress on my travel days because I could also wear this dress to breakfast or dinner. Now, I always wear some sort of button-up over my maxi dress because, of course, it gets cold on the plane and I want to be able to cover my arms and shoulders as I travel. Any chambray, jean, white button-up would totally work. And for shoes, I always wear a pair of sneakers when I travel. These are just some simple, cheap Keds that slip on and off in security really easily. But if you're someone that likes to go to the gym on vacation, this is an excellent opportunity to wear a pair of gym shoes. And one little tip, make sure your maxi dress isn't too long. You do not want a dress that touches the floor because you're gonna have to go to the bathroom in dirty, dirty airport and airplane bathrooms. Because I'm tall, mine hits my ankles and it's safe. I just don't suggest wearing anything short because I like to have my legs covered as I'm traveling and sitting on planes and stuff. So, ready to go. All right, next up, I packed 3 athleisure/casual options to wear to the breakfast buffet, lounging around the resort, going on beach walks, going to the gym, etc. So my first option is this sporty romper from Abercrombie, and I like to just throw on a ball cap and either my flip-flops or my pair of sneakers and wear this down to the breakfast buffet. I can also wear it to the gym and walking on the beach, so it's a really great, comfortable, cool, versatile option. So I'm not sure if they still sell it, but I'll be linking everything down below, and if I can't find the actual item, I'll link you something similar. Next up, my favorite romper, which is actually a Free People dupe from Amazon. It's super comfy, stretchy. It has built-in shorts, so it's kind of like you're wearing a mini dress, but you still have the shorts. I love this thing. I have this in like 4 colors. It's just super comfy, super cute. I can wear it on vacation and around in summer. And my third option is this super fun tropical print romper from Amazon. And I packed this option because it is a little bit dressier. So if I need a dinner outfit, this could totally work. And it's also helpful just in case the resort ends up being a little more fancy than you expected, then you have at least one piece that's a little bit more cuter or stylish. All right, next up I have my dinner dresses. Okay, if you're new to all-inclusives, for your dining options, they usually always have a buffet, which is more casual. And then they'll have sit-down a la carte restaurant. You'll probably have, on the more casual end, like a sports bar, an American restaurant, Mediterranean or Asian, Mexican. And on the more formal end, they'll probably have some higher-end restaurants, like a steakhouse, French. Or if you're in an upgraded room, they'll have a special restaurant for their upgraded guests. So it's best to make sure you have options for both ends. Now, this is my more casual option. This is a tropical halter maxi dress from Amazon, and it's just cotton, comfortable, tropical print, super cute. So really great casual, breezy option. So for our trip, I definitely eyeballed in advance which restaurants I kind of wanted us to go to, and that did include both a steakhouse and a South American Peruvian fusion place. So I decided to bring 2 dressier outfits for those 2 dressier options. Now this is a super fun dress from Show Me Your Muumuu, and it's like tropical print. It is kind of like in between a midi and maxi length, and it's got a drop waist, which I didn't know I would love until I tried it. This dress just makes me feel so cute, so dressed up, so tropical. I love it. And for my third dress for our steakhouse dinner, I have this silk slinky maxi dress. So I used to always get dresses very similar to this from Banana Republic, but they started getting really pricey and they actually stopped making the silk dress I was buying from them. So now I'm buying these dresses from Quince, which is actually surprisingly affordable and one of my favorite places to buy clothes for every day and vacation. And it is very, very beautiful and very, very cool in the heat. And don't forget, I'm wearing my travel maxi, and that gives me a whole nother option because this can lean both casual and dressy depending on your accessories. Okay, little bonus tip. If you're heading to a tropical resort during the winter months, specifically December through February, it can be a little breezy and colder than you think at night. So if that's when you're traveling, here's what I'm going to recommend to you. Consider a denim jacket. This could be in place of your button-up, so you have something a little heavier on the plane. You can throw this jacket on over any of your dresses for a little bit of extra warmth. And then instead of spaghetti straps, halters, I would actually recommend maybe like a 3/4 length sleeve or a long sleeve dress, especially if you have one that's just a bit of a thicker material. So this is like a peasant style midi dress that you can even wear off the shoulder, and I got it from Amazon. I've also gotten from Amazon a 2-piece set. You have some wide leg pants, and it comes with a cropped long sleeve top as well. So both of these options still fit within my color scheme, but I could substitute them in and out depending on what time of year I'm traveling. All right, so my first bikini is a set from Monday Swim. Now this is the Byron bottom and the Clovelly top. which is an underwire style. And I am actually a 36G, and Monday Swim is my absolute favorite swimsuit brand that actually fits me. So if you are large busted as well, I'll make sure to link below my other large bust bikini videos and blog posts to help you out. And for my second bikini, I went with this super fun printed set from Kitty and Vibe. And I love Kitty and Vibe because their sizing is very inclusive for large bust, plus size, and they even have different bottom sizes depending on how little or big your butt is. So great brand. So this is the ruched tie top. And it's actually almost like too big in the cups for me, which literally never happens. And this is the matching ruched tied bottom. And this print is literally so fun. I actually found David these similar swim trunks at Old Navy, so we're gonna be matching. He's gonna be so mad. And I am bringing 2 cover-ups. Technically, I could have gotten away with one, but I really wanted to wear both of these. And again, one might be kind of damp, so you might as well bring 2 if you have the room for it. My first cover up is from Monday Swim. This is the Montego dress, and it's a long sleeve maxi length crochet option. And I just feel so stylish when I'm wearing my Monday bikinis with matching cover ups. I love this. And my other cover up option is from Amazon, and it's a button up style. But I really love that it has these ties at the side, so you can kind of tie it up like how high or low you'd like it on your thigh. And just a note that you do want to wear a cover up at all-inclusive resorts when you're walking from your room to the pool or beach. And a lot of resorts have like an outdoor option by the pool to get food around lunch. You will need to wear a cover up. Okay, and let's say you're going for longer than me, so you want a few more bikini options. I'm going to show you what I would grab from my bikini bucket. So if I was going for longer and needed more swimsuit options, I think this is what I would grab to stay in my blue and green theme. This is the Monday Portofino top, which sadly is no longer in stock. I don't know why they're not making this because I love this top. And I wear it with the capri thong. And yes, if you're wondering, I do see a lot of thongs at all-inclusive resorts, but I tend to see them more at adults-only resorts versus the family-friendly. I personally like to wear a little more coverage on my butt at a resort with kids around. And then this is from Rack, which is another brand that I love that has large bust swimwear, and they do their tops in cup sizes, which is amazing. And this multi-way can be tied as a halter, or you can even tie your straps to the back or crisscross them in the back. There's really a lot you can do with this. And their matching bottom is the cheeky tie side brief. So yeah, super easy to add more bikinis to your luggage if you need it, because even my big bikinis don't take up that much space. All right, and shoes. Besides the sneakers I'm wearing to travel, I'm only bringing 2 pairs. Flip-flops or slides will do for the beach and pool during the day. These are from Archie's, and they have like this built-in arch support. So if you're flat-footed like me, these are a game changer. And then for dinner time, I just bring 1 pair of more dressy flat sandals. Clearly, I've gotten a lot of wear out of these. I think they're Lily Pulitzer from like years ago, but I highly recommend packing something like these instead of wedges or heels, because you're going to be doing a lot of walking, and a lot of times the terrain can be uneven or you're walking up hills, and I just really highly recommend to go with flats. Also, I wear a size 10, so can you imagine how much room shoes would take up in my suitcase if I was wearing wedges or heels? No. Now that sun is intense in the tropics, so I highly recommend you bring a hat and or visor. Now this is just a simple ball cap from Amazon, and I love throwing on a cap when I'm going to breakfast or if I'm going for a walk on the beach or at the pool as well. I also recently got into visors so I could have my hair up in a bun if I wanted, and this visor is also just a cheap one from Amazon, and I really love this because it's like rollable, foldable, packable, because I've gotten other more expensive visors that the shape got all bent up and funky in my suitcase. This one did not. Next, you do not need a real purse at an all-inclusive resort. I like to bring something that does double duty, like this Monday swimwear bag. This both functions as my beach bag during the day as well as my handbag at night. I also like to sometimes bring like a sling bag with me. This is great at the airport to have your like passport and phone right on you, and then I would just slip it inside my backpack for boarding because you can't have this, and a suitcase. I find a sling bag like this super helpful at a resort if I'm going to go on a beach walk, or if I just want to take my phone and key card and some cash down to the buffet in the morning. And of course, you have to bring a pair of sunglasses. These are my favorite. They're from Quince. I just love these sunglasses so much. I've got multiple pairs of these. And how many pairs of sunglasses is up for debate, because we're the kind of people, if we bring just one pair, we'll break them or lose them. So I tend to bring one in my suitcase and one in my backpack, so I have something convenient to just throw on when I land and it's sunny and bright. And a few less glamorous items. I'm bringing just a plain nightgown from Target. If you have to bring a bra, you may want to get like a convertible strapless one to go under your vacation dresses. Honestly, this is so ridiculous. Like literally fits my head. I hate bras, so I no longer bring that on any of my trips. Usually I'll just wear a lacy bralette, which my navy blue one I'm actually currently wearing, but it looks just like this. And this is the Never Say Never Curvy Sweetie bralette from Casabella, and it's made for large busts and smaller bands. Or a lot of the times I just don't wear a bra at all because it's freaking hot. And then I love this little thing. They just slide down on your lounge chair and it holds your towel in place. And it takes up like no room in your suitcase as opposed to like chunky towel clips. All right, now I'm going to show you what goes in my toiletry bag as well as my liquids bag. Now bear in mind that if you're going to an all-inclusive, the resort's more than likely providing shampoo, conditioner, and body lotion. So I don't pack any of those to save room. For this trip, I'm actually trying to use up some older toiletries I have that are almost gone. So while I may not bring the same brand every time based on what I have and what I need to get rid of, these are the items that I typically bring. For skincare, I bring a face lotion and a face wash. I wear retinol, and I make sure to bring my lower prescription one because it makes you photosensitive. I like a little Vaseline or Aquaphor. And now when it comes to makeup, honestly, I don't bring much because it's always so hot and humid, it's just gonna melt right off your face. So in lieu of foundation, I will bring like a BB cream. I'm gonna pack two because both of these are almost gone, but this is like a regular skin milk, and this is an anti-redness one, which is helpful when I start getting sunburned. Now for sunscreen, I typically bring between an SPF 50 and 100, depending on my current tan level and how close to the equator we're going to be. And I have a few I need to use up, a 50, a 60 for my face. And I actually love these La Roche-Posay ones because they make some of these tinted, so then you may not even need a BB cream if you can just wear a tinted face sunscreen. And for our body, I'm bringing 70. Poopery is super helpful if you're sharing a bathroom with someone. I'm bringing some insect repellent. I don't have any right now, but they do make repellent wipes, and wipes are not considered liquids, so that can save some room in your liquids bag as well if you get some of those. And then I always bring an itch cream. So when it comes to liquids, if you're traveling carry-on only, you have to have a quart size clear bag. All of these liquids need to fit in your quart size bag, one per person, and each item needs to be under 3.4 ounces. Now, I am blind as a bat. I do have to travel with contact solution. I typically bring 2 to 3 bottles of 2-ounce solutions that can fit in my liquids bag, but all I have right now is this 4-ounce. Fun fact, according to TSA, contact solution is considered a medical necessity. So you can bring bigger than a 3.4 ounce of solution. I always bring a new sealed one, and when you go through security, you'll just need to pull it out and declare it and let them know that you're traveling with medicine. Okay, now going through my little toiletry bag, I have my glasses, of course, contacts case, spare contacts, a toothbrush, razor, claw clip, a little pill divider. I personally feel comfortable putting my Zyrtec and my ibuprofen in this little sorter, but if you have prescriptions, you may want to travel with it in the original bottles. Always double check the laws and rules of your destination to make sure the medicine that you need to bring is allowed. I have a little mini hairbrush, I bring a lipstick, an after sun aloe stick, and an SPF chapstick, mini deodorant, hair ties and bobby pins, little travel flossers, my lash spoolie, and some tweezers. All right, here's everything that's going in my electronics bag. Okay, first of all, I have an air fly, and I usually don't use this on shorter flights, but it's amazing for longer flights. This just connects to your seat back screen, and then this little thing allows you to connect through Bluetooth to your headphones. So this lets me listen to the movies that the plane offers in my AirPod Max. So this is our favorite power bank ever because it has like every single connection all in one. So you don't need a bunch of cords and wires, and this will charge phones, computers, literally everything. I also bring a pen in case I need to fill out any customs forms. Everything's getting digitized, but you just never know. And it sucks if you don't have a pen and you have to fill something out on paper. And we are Apple users, so I bring my larger block for my computer and a smaller block for my phone. And then we have both like the new USB-C devices as well as the older ones. So I bring one of both, and I do this very, very, very scientifically by just shoving that in there. And then very important tip, if you're traveling internationally, a lot of countries do not use the same plugs as us, nor the same voltage. So make sure you do your research and find out if the country you're visiting and the resort you're going to use American plugs so you can just plug your stuff in. I think all of the resorts we've been to in Mexico, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, they all utilize US plugs, but we have been around the world where that is not the case. So I do have this travel adapter, and it comes with like a little power strip with 3 plugs, and then it comes with all the different adapters for plugs used around the world. So this is a lifesaver if you're traveling overseas. And honestly, I don't think you'll need one if you're going to typical all-inclusive resorts around the DR and Mexico and Jamaica, but always double check, because if you get there and you need converters, you either can't use your stuff or difference in voltage may even burn up your appliances and ruin your stuff. So double check. Now, what not to pack. These are things I used to try to bring, but never actually used, and now they stay at home. And I highly recommend you leave these items at home as well. T-shirts and jean shorts. Great for Florida, but usually a little too casual for your typical all-inclusive resort. Plus, denim is way too hot in the tropics. High heels and wedges. You're probably going to be doing a lot of walking around the resort and a lot of times on uneven surfaces. Leave those at home and opt for dressy flat sandals. Hair tools. I know this one's hard to hear, but with the heat and humidity, your hair is going to do whatever it wants anyways. No matter how many times I curl my hair on vacation, it ends up like this before I even leave the room, so save the room in your suitcase. Jewelry. There's too much risk of loss or damage, so I recommend if you like jewelry to just wear a few basics and leave anything expensive at home. And finally, beach towels. All-inclusive resorts will provide beach towels, so you don't need to bring any. All right, guys, we have this huge mess. Let's go ahead and get this packed up. As you can see, I started packing my packing cubes, which is going to be the first way to get us organized. Now I'm gonna fit it all in the suitcase. What I like to do is this side has like the roller in here so it's not flat. I like to put my like random bulky things like my shoes and my bag on this side, and then this is the like flat, easier to pack side. I'll put the cubes on that side. There's still even a little bit of room left, so I could bring some extra things if I wanted. I'm gonna put my little crossbody in this top pocket. Now I'm gonna have my passport, my wallet, cash, all that good stuff securely in here. All right, so now we have this pocket. And that's it. Everything you need for an all-inclusive resort stay packed into a carry-on only. And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more travel tips and all-inclusive resort guides. And we'll see you on the next vacation.